Hello there, I'm Ryan Mark, and this is Showbiz Remark Up Close. This is a very interesting and special conversation because we are having a series of one-on-one interview with the candidates of Miss Consolacion 2025, and with me right now is Danica. Hi,
Hi,
Dan.
sir.
Say hello.
So, hello guys. Hello, Consolacion Nanon. And I hope you follow our page to know more about our journey onto Miss Consolacion Crown.
Very Latina beauty.
Thank you, sir.
Danica is a civil engineer. So, as a civil engineer, how do you feel about the alleged ghost flood control projects?
Actually, sir, I am also working with a private company that is dealing with government projects. So I know the ins and outs. And all I can say is that instead of us blaming to a single person, why don't we take or why don't we ask for collective accountability from the respective individuals that is involved with the flood control projects? Because it is not a single person who is taking the blame. Instead of blaming the Discayas, the DPWH, why don't we just ask for all the persons that is involved? Because there truly is, and I am speaking from my experience because I've already seen it. And that is why it is very important for us to really choose the leaders to lead us, not just on the betterment of our country, but also for the betterment of every Filipino individual.
Why did you take up civil engineering?
Actually, it's an interesting question. Civil engineering is not really on
Your
my
choice.
list. Yes, it's not on my choice. I was actually planning to take on electrical engineering because
Ooh,
I was
more
more
interesting.
inclined into electricity
Yes.
and stuff. But my kuya is actually an electrical engineer, and he was planning to take civil engineer, but at that time, CPU main was not offering civil engineering, and my parents are not well off, so they could only afford public universities. And so he takes electrical engineering, and my mom said that no, you should not take electrical also because your brother
There's
is
already
also
your
electrical. So I end up choosing civil engineering, but I think it was for the best.
What were your choices if you were given the chance? Because you wanted electrical. What was your fallback? Because me, I had three courses na listahan nga mo ni akong paon. First mass comm, then political science, and then psychology. But nadawat mo ko dayon sa mass comm. So wala na ko ni proceed sa other. Ikaw, what were your top three choices?
So top three would be electrical, and then I actually don't have top three, just top two. So I was planning to take on electrical engineering or education, major in mathematics.
Oh my
So-
God, I'm a mass comm graduate. I hate numbers. Ikaw, imo ka ng paborito ang mga numero.
I don't really love numbers, but I think they love me.
You were an honor student.
Yeah.
You graduated with honors.
Yes.
What's a civil engineer doing here in Miss Consolacion pageant?
I think that I am here because I have an advocacy, and that is for better transportation here in Consolacion. Because I think also the Consolacion know that we are very problematic when it comes to traffic congestions. But I think that as a civil engineer, I am here not just to bring up problems, but also to educate people why there are these problems. Because I know that the government here in Consolacion is really towards planning and towards really solving what is the traffic congestion here in Consolacion. And traffic congestion is not just about a problem here in Consolacion, but it also has been a problem in our cities like Mandaue cities, but it is really progressing here in Consolacion because it is the tail of the traffic. So I think I am here because I have the voice, and not just to inspire, but also to take action itself, because Miss Consolacion is a holistic approach. It's not just about beauty, it's not just about the wits, but it's also about the advocacy and the passion and the things that we are really passionate about to take action on it.
It's actually number 2 on my list, the question related to transportation, because your advocacy is better road and transportation system. Okay, but you already explained a bit of it, but I want you to elaborate on what you said. There is a need to educate people on how to
Because
solve the transportation problem in
I
Consolation.
think that they're really the problems here in Consolacion, they are really solely focusing on the traffic congestion, but they don't understand what really causes the traffic. So especially during rush hours in the morning is not just because of Consolacion, as I've said, it's also because of the city in Mandaue and in Cebu City, because they are going to work. And I think that instead of just blaming Consolacion on this traffic congestion, why don't we look on the much broader side of the spectrum? And that is why I am here to also educate them that this is not just about the traffic, but it is also about the transportation, the lack of transportation, not just in Consolacion, but in Cebu as well. So I think that as a civil engineer, I have a more technical side that I can explain, but also as a people of Consolacion who is experiencing the traffic, I can empathize with the Consolacionanon on why they are very rigor in talking about these issues.
What simply or simplify it, what should be done?
I think we should research more on what really causes the traffic. I know that the LGU is on it. Yeah, I already know, but I think that what we could have done is to make a research plan on what really causes. It may be because there are not more than diversion roads. Maybe it's because of diversion road or the traffic implementation, and especially the lack of discipline of people. Like, I know there are now U-turn slots, but I really seen people not taking the U-turn slot so just they can go easily, but they don't know that the U-turn slot really have progressed the traffic here in Consolacion. So I think there's still it's a work in progress, and I think that the Consolacion just needs to understand that this is not a one-day solution, but
it cannot be solved overnight.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a journey. This is
Yes,
a process.
it is a process.
And this is what you meant when you said, "No, it's not just the government of Consolacion, but the people should also do their
Yes,
part." Because
of course.
you said may mga U-turn slots and people are not
Taking
helping.
it. Yeah.
Are not by not taking it. Yeah. Okay. What pushed you to be an overachiever? Mention to us your achievements based on your profile.
So actually, I am back then when I was in school. I was a student leader. I have different roles major roles in different student organization. I am also a quiz bowl competition. So I go to national quiz bowl competitions in engineering, and then I also go debate contest, spoken poetry. So there was a lot really going on my plate. But I think that what made me an overachiever is because of my family. So as I'm from a not well-off family, so I think that it made me an overachiever so that my resume would really go up. Because I think that when we have a lot, especially in school, the employers will see it, you're hardworking. So I really work hard to really elevate the financial burden on my parents. And so when I was in high school, I really take up the courage and really work hard to get scholarship from government, so that though my parents are very willing to carry the to support me and my financial needs with my education, but I don't want to burden them because it's really big and that is why I'm so happy that when I got to college, it was already free tuition, and so I just go to scholarship. I am a DUST scholar, so I'm really thankful for the government who funded me to become the engineer that I am today.
You graduated with honors.
Yes.
Okay, bring us back to your childhood, because marag naminaw ko mo seryoso kay ka. Tuon yun. Did you enjoy your childhood?
Actually, back in elementary, I'm just a kid who barely passed. So it was actually, so I was not in an honor roll. I didn't graduate with honors. I didn't get to stage to receive a medal when I was in elementary. And then when I got to high school in grade 7, it was actually, and I'm very thankful to Consolacion's educators, it was one of them who saw the potential in me. So when I was in grade 7, they were looking for students who would compete in a mathematical competition, and I was just joining for the fun on it. I'm not really good at mathematics back at the time, and I was just joining, and I placed first. And so the consolation educators, they were the ones who really pushed me to, you can do this if you just work hard, because I was not studying back in elementary. I just take up a quiz and then go home. And then when I got to high school, they were the ones who really sniped me to reality that this is what you can do if you just work hard. This is what you can achieve. You by now is not the best. So they really shaped me and molded me into who I am today.
How did you learn mathematics? Because you said you were not good at it before.
I don't actually really know it, but what really helped me is they gave me special lessons back in high school, especially when you are
When you are
competing.
competing
Yeah,
already.
so they give us special lessons, and then they give us 50 questions a day to just solve, and then they will answer. We will answer it, and then we were given like a time limit for us to really enhance our mathematical skills.
I don't like algebra. I don't like trigonometry, x, y, x, y. Like, I cannot. I'll have a headache just looking at it. Good for you. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies actually are singing, but
Ooh, sample. What's the
it's
song of your
my
life right now?
it's a gospel song called
Go.
Trust His Heart. So, God is too wise to be mistaken. God is too good to be unkind. So when you don't understand, when you can't see His plan, when you can't trace His hand, trust His heart.
Ooh, how old are you?
I'm 24.
You still have 1 year to join Sinulog Idol. I am a resident judge of Sinulog Idol since 2011. You should give it a try. You still have
Maybe.
1 year.
Yeah. I'm not closing my doors.
Okay. Singing. What else?
I'm actually fond of watching Japanese anime or anime.
And then,
And then but unlike other girls, like romance, I love like overpowered boys, like reincarnation. I know if you're anime fan, you really know what I meant. But yeah, I just love watching Japanese anime.
what is your ideal guy?
My ideal guy is from also an anime. So it's Zoro from One Piece. So if you guys know it, I know you can relate to me. So Zoro is my ideal guy is like a loyal guy and very independent, strong, independent, tall, dark, handsome.
Are you in a relationship?
Yes, I'm in a
Now.
relation, yes.
He's also an engineer.
No, he's actually not.
Okay. Anyway, Mayor Teresa Aligado is watching this interview and she would call you tomorrow to offer you or to ask you to be the consultant of the transportation department. Will you take it? Because you had interesting ideas on how to solve the traffic problem in Consolacion.
Of course, I would take it because I am here not just to be the voice, but also to be the makers of change. So if I would given the chance, and if Mayor Nena would allow me to help change the traffic congestion here in Consolacion, I would willingly take it.
And we should start with understanding about U-turns.
Yes.
Okay, let's have questions from your co-candidates. What challenge have you overcame that made you stronger today? What challenge have you overcame that made you stronger today?
I think the challenge that I encounter is the challenge of disappointment. So as Gib mentioned earlier, I'm an overachiever. So there are times when I have a fear of disappointing not just my parents, but also around the people around me who are expecting from me. But however, I discovered it just recently last year when I didn't achieve the goal that I wanted. And then when I woke up, I was very disappointed at myself. But then my parents were very happy about it, and I was shocked because I didn't think that they would be very accepting of the results. It is a good result. However, it wasn't really the plan that the goal that I really have in mind. But they were really supportive of me, and then I realized that it's not just about the goal that we want, but it's also the journey of what I have gone through, and they really appreciated me, and I'm also thankful for them for supporting me and really become my guardian angels.
How do you want people to remember you after this pageant?
I would want people to remember me as an independent woman. And I think that being independent is not just about being a career woman, but just independent in showcasing my capabilities, my confidence, and truly inspire people and the youth of Constellation that they can be whatever they want as long as they believe in themselves.
Believe in yourself.
Yes.
That's the mantra. From Gwyneth, if you could describe your life journey in one word, what would it be?
I think it would be over dramatic because I have a lot of going on in my plate, and I'm really taking up space in whatever door that may open. So yeah, it's really my life is very over dramatic, and I'm just here living my life to the fullest.
Top 3 priorities.
So my top 3 priorities would be my career, my family, and the people.
Why do you want to be crowned Miss Consolacion?
I want to be crowned Miss Constellation because I know, and I'm very passionate about my advocacy. I know what I can offer to Constellation, because Miss Constellation doesn't just deserve a woman who is beautiful, a woman who has brains, but a woman who has a voice and change makers.
Native yun mo sa Consolacion.
Actually not, but I am born and raised here in Constellation.
Okay, questions from me now. Hashtag Ghost Flood Control Projects.
So it was the question earlier.
Yes.
On my first question. So again, ghost flood projects. I think that it is a collective. We should ask for collective accountability from the respective individuals, because you have seen that when the walls are used to protect the people. However, there are no walls, there are no dikes, just floods. And that is why I'm really advocating for us to choose the right leaders, because when our leaders that we choose have failed, it is not them, but it is us who will pay the price.
Is there a violation of your ethics code?
Actually, there is,
You're a
sir.
civil engineer, and then the project did not exist.
There is, but I don't think it is that easy to prove, because there are a lot of factors in why there are ghost projects or why the projects are not implementing. Maybe it's because of the lot owners, maybe it's because of the permits that they have not gotten. But however, they should really prove to the government or to the people, they should explain why there are ghost projects. So I think that we should listen to them and really ask for their accountability on where there are ghost projects when there should be walls and dikes that have seen.
Yeah, because it appeared that the project is reported, and it's reported to have been completed, and they're already paid.
Yes,
But when the president went there,
there were nothing.
Consolacion, being a first-class municipality, is clearly booming. What traditions would you want to remain intact after the town finally becomes a highly industrialized city?
I think it would be Sarok Festival, and I know that the LGUs are really uplifting Sarok Festival right now, and also the festivals in our respective barangays. So in in my own barangay, we have the Mais Kinayo Festival. So if we could also raise this, because it is our culture, it is what makes us Consolacionanon, and if we could stay grounded and remember what we have now is because of the past. So I think that there are many festivals here in Consolacion, not just Rock, but yeah, I think that we should really focus on uplifting the festivals here in Consolacion.
You also dance, Sarah?
No, I actually do not.
You don't dance?
Yeah.
Because Lemuel is here, the director, the choreographer.
I'm not really a
Sarah,
dancer.
President of Dance Council Cebu. Last question. Hashtag Consolacion.
So hashtag Consolacion. So Consolacion in 3 words for me is my home, my peace, and my comfort. So actually, we are not native here in Consolacion, but I am born and raised here in Consolacion. For 24 years, I have been here in Consolacion. We have experienced a lot, like the pandemic and the Bagyong Odette, and I really have seen how the people in Consolacion work hard, not just by themselves, but together, like bayanihan. And I really have seen how they do not just help themselves, but help the people around them, even though it would not benefit them. So that is why Consolacion on and on, our logo here in Consolacion, it's a tagline here in Consolacion, really speaks not just about the progress here in Consolacion, but also the people. Because no matter the challenges, the setbacks, and whatever that we may face, we will always and continue to progress more. Consolacion on and on.
Yay! Do you see yourself joining more pageants after Miss Consolacion?
For now, I do not see, but I'm not closing my doors if any pageants will, any opportunities will come my way.
You're very interesting.
Thank you, sir.
You will be a great asset of Consolacion.
Thank you,
Especially
sir.
in transportation. Mayor! Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dan, and good luck on your pageant.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. That was Showbiz Remark Up Close. Bye!